everyone, and welcome to The Balancing Act. I'm Olga Villaverde.
And I'm Montel Williams. We have a really full show for you today.
That's right, we do. We're learning how the banking industry is stepping up during these turbulent times.
Also, platelet-rich plasma and how it's delivered.
Chef Ralph always delivers.
Ralphie!
Are you ready for some holiday ham? It's gonna be legendary.
And ways to keep off the pounds sensibly.
All right, that's a good idea. The Balancing Act starts
right now.
Mm-hmm. We're living in unprecedented times. Each of us, whether individually or corporately, really needs to step up and understand that we have a role in how our future takes shape.
And by recognizing and supporting diversity within the workplace, we can hopefully affect change that reverberates into the community and beyond.
Here to discuss how the financial services industry is making a difference is RBC Wealth Management's Chief Administrative Officer, Vikesh Namani.
Welcome, sir. Thanks for joining us today.
Well, thank you for having me. It's a pleasure and honor to be on the show.
And it's really important to talk about this, Vikesh. RBC Wealth Management's U.S. headquarters are in Minneapolis, where unfortunately we all witnessed George Floyd's death and the racial unrest that followed. Many people believe large companies, financial institutions in particular, have a sole focus on profits over people and communities. But that's not necessarily the case, correct?
Yeah, in 2020, we faced the impacts of two major unprecedented events. One is the racial unrest that we've seen across the country, and the second is the COVID-19 pandemic. When these things happened, RBC immediately sprung into action to support our colleagues, the communities that we do business in, and our clients. Diversity has been a key priority for RBC, but we have really stepped up our efforts in this area over the last 3 years.
So Vikesh, can you share what some of those immediate actions you took?
The first thing we did was we held a number of listening sessions, over 600 of our Black employees. And this was to provide them a place for them to air their views, their opinions, and their emotions, frankly, in these unprecedented times. We held allyship sessions, which discuss race relationships within the United States. What RBC has also done is we've committed to investing about $50 million over the next 5 years to create pathways to prosperity for Black, Native American, and other youth of color.
And since you mentioned diversity, what about women in the workforce?
In order to try to make progress in these initiatives, we came up with clear strategic guidelines and clear strategic targets for our field leadership. Next, what we did was we stepped up our training efforts to make sure people understand the importance of diversity, the importance of building teams that reflect the communities in which we do business. In 2018, we had a best female financial advisor recruiting year compared to the previous 5 years. 2019, we built upon that and recruited 15% of our recruits were women financial advisors. In addition to women, we also stepped up our efforts for people of color. We launched a series of videos, and we talked about their path, what led them to come to RBC.
My name is Adonica Watkins.
My name is Lee Thorson.
My name is Luis Luna. I'm a senior registered client associate.
You want to work for a company that's always going to be there for you.
The company allows me to be my authentic self.
About 20% of our recruits are women and people of color.
What's been the reaction internally to changes that you've implemented?
You know, the reaction has been overwhelmingly positive across, leadership within the home office, Tom Sagasor, our president, Michael Armstrong, our CEO, and across the field as well, the divisional directors, branch and complex directors. They've actually been really appreciative of the fact that we set out clear guidelines. And we also actually really made the case of why diversity is important for them, for their businesses. And that is how they've been able to make a lot of progress over the last 3 to 4 years.
And it's not just the employees and the CEOs, but the customer as well. They benefit, don't they?
Oh, absolutely. It is something that works for everyone, the colleagues that we have, for the clients, as well as for the shareholder of RBC.
Well, where can a viewer go to learn a little bit more?
A lot of this information is on our website, which is rbcwealthmanagement.com. And you can go there to learn about all the things that we are doing and additional detail on each one of these things as well.
Really great stuff. And it's really a win-win
Absolutely.
For everyone.
Thank you for having me on the show. It has been an absolute honor, and I just want to reiterate, diversity is very important to RBC, and we hope to do our part in trying to move the dial in this front.
Thank you so much. And go to our website, thebalancingact.com. Platelet-rich plasma, or PRP therapy, uses injections of a concentration of a patient's own platelets to accelerate the healing of, let's say, injured tendons, ligaments, muscles, and even joints.
And in this way, PRP injections use each individual patient's own healing system to improve musculoskeletal problems, but patients need to understand that there are many different treatment options.
This is going to be really informational. Here with more are Patrick Penny, President and CEO of EmCyte Corporation, and Miami-based plastic and reconstructive surgeon, Dr. George Varkarakis.
What's the difference between, let's say, PRP and stem cells? Because a lot of patients may think we're talking stem cells.
These two therapies are very similar. However, there are some distinct differences between the two. Platelet-rich plasma uses growth factors to heal wounds, and these growth factors are found within the alpha granules of the platelet molecule. When these alpha granules are concentrated in a clinical form and applied to a wound, they stimulate the reparative activity of the wound, ultimately increasing the ability for that wound to heal. Stem cells will do everything that a platelet can do, but they add a differentiating cell population to the mix.
Okay.
That is referred to as progenitor stem cells, which are regenerative stem cells. And when those are clinically concentrated and applied to the wound, they differentiate into the damaged tissue within the wound, ultimately supplementing that tissue with good and viable cells. So these two therapies, when combined together, they form a very powerful treatment application.
PRP, the growth factors, enhance the result of the stem cells. So when we like to give the fat injections to the patients for various indications, like for the breast cancer, for the breast defects, we're placing PRP into the fat. In that way, we have higher success for survival.
So Patrick, let me ask you this. Patients then, I guess, should know the type of PRP the physician is using, obviously, for recovery, because not all devices are, I guess, equal?
There is no performance standardization for PRP devices, but there is a performance standardization requirement for clinical outcomes. And most of these devices don't meet that requirement. Clinical research shows that in order to have an effective PRP product, you should have at least 1 billion platelets per milliliter. If you're treating a patient with 5 mLs, you should have 5 billion platelets in that treatment sample. Okay? It is not the only indicator for effective PRP product, but it is by far the most important indicator. I would ask patients to challenge their physicians out there and ask them, does the PRP device that's used to prepare my PRP, is it capable of producing 1 billion platelets per milliliter? And if not, they're likely not getting the full benefit of the therapy.
Well, doctor, you use EmCyte in your practice. Now, can you talk a little bit about its efficacy and some of your patient outcomes?
It's a combination. It's not just the system, it's also the doctor. Of course, having a very good, high-quality product like the EmCyte, it tremendously has helped me in my practice. I have solved difficult cases with the use of PRP, and also I have reconstructed difficult wounds with adipose stem cell tissue and fat. The way I'm harvesting the fat, I'm giving the fat to the machine and to centrifuge and using the EmCyte protocol, and in that way we're getting even more stem cells. And then we inject to have a very good results. The best way to harvest and then to process the fat is a combination that we are doing right now with the EmCyte.
So Patrick, why is it lending itself to be actually the leader in autologous regenerative medicine?
20 years of innovation has brought us to modern technology in PRP devices. And that brings us to our pure supraphysiologic concentrating systems. That is our pure PRP concentrating system, our pure BMC concentrating system, and our Progenitor concentrating systems. These systems don't only meet, but they exceed the clinical threshold that's needed for effective patient outcomes. They go one step further to also look at the components within a PRP formulation that works counter to wound healing. These are glycemic substances, these are oxidative substances and harmful inflammatory substances. And we have been able to remove those substances from our devices, which will ultimately lead to a much better outcome for a patient.
Well, now that patients know what to ask for, where can they get more information?
They can go to EmCyte.com to learn a little bit more about our company and what we do and the products that we offer. And then they can go to GulfCoastBiologics.com, where physicians can learn about the effective training programs that we have so that they can better educate themselves with the various therapies that we offer.
And I'm not going to forget those numbers. For every 1 ml, 1 billion. I got to remember those two.
Got it, exactly.
Thank you, gentlemen, so much for your time.
And of course, you can always go to our website, thebalancingact.com, if you want more information.
Time for the family to gather and celebrate the holidays. Brooklyn Maple from Kentucky Legend is in the kitchen with me, and she's brought quite the selection of hams from Kentucky. You know, it's where food ought to come from. Welcome back, Brooklyn, baby. This is great. You got the best name. I love everything about it. These Kentucky Legend hams are special. What's so special about them?
Well, it's holiday season, and that's Kentucky Legend season, and you really can't have the holidays without one of our hams. What's special about them is they're double smoked. We're using real hickory here. I mean, they are hand stuffed. The tenderness, the juiciness of it, you really can't beat it with ours.
Hand cut, hand trimmed, double smoked, plenty of juice. This ham is the bomb.
Yes, it is.
Wow, that's amazing. I love everything about these hams. Right over here, I've got the whole ham, right?
Yes.
So let me tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna mix a little glaze for it, right, for a glazed ham. But I like to soup mine up a little bit, make it a little spicy. So I'm gonna start with a little bit of spicy red pepper jelly. I'm gonna pop that in. I'm gonna add to that, give me a spoon. Make my life easy. I'm gonna mix into that some good old-fashioned garlic, right? What could go wrong with that? Sesame oil, because we're gonna make a little Asian party happen here. Soy sauce.
We're getting wild.
Honey to balance the whole jam. And then I've got right here some sweet red pepper for the whole balance. And I'm gonna whisk this all together. Brooklyn, Kentucky Legend has a lot of options, right?
Absolutely. So we have our whole ham, that's 6 to 8 pounds. We have a half, so we're looking at 3 to 4. And then we also have a petite, which is really just the whole in a smaller package, and you're looking at the same, so it's about 3 to 4 pounds.
Beautiful. And what's this over here? Got slices too?
Yes, we also have basically, that's kind of your everyday ham. That is our quarter slice. You're looking at like 1 to 2 pounds, and it's perfect for a staple in your fridge.
Yeah, no refrigerator is complete without some ham in it. How long you put it in the oven for?
You're looking at 25 minutes per pound.
All right, beautiful. So I got a 6-pound piece over here, about an hour and a half, 2 hours in the oven, be all good, right?
Yes.
Now, the leftovers that you speak of, right over here, I took something special to my heart, the calzone, and I made it in the shape of a Christmas tree. I used the Kentucky Legend ham, a little bit of ricotta cheese and mozzarella, stuffed it inside the pizza dough, put them all together, brushed it with egg, sesame seeds. Hello.
That's perfect.
How about over here, green bean casserole? How about green bean casserole with Kentucky Legend ham in it? Can only make it taste better. The onion rings on top, the crunch, the salt, it's so good. And over here, the mini quiches. Breakfast, for sure. Lunch, And how about your dinner party? Who doesn't like a little ham, cheese, croissant in their mouth when it's all over? Or a quiche. All right, now, what about freezing the ham? Is that something you can do?
Oh, absolutely. So after you've already cooked it, you're looking at like 5 to 7 days in the fridge, but you can freeze it up to 2 months.
Wow.
I know, great lifespan.
The greatest thing about these Kentucky Legend hams is they seem to be pretty user-friendly.
Absolutely. The holidays are hard. Your ham shouldn't be. So this is something all you have to do is throw it in the oven and heat and eat.
No bone, no fuss, no muss.
Absolutely.
I love it. Big question that I need answered. Where can the viewers and me find all these beautiful Kentucky Legend hams?
We are in all of your major retailers, but if you are struggling, check us out on KentuckyLegend.com. We have a where to buy section that will ease you right into the best store for you to find
Put
it.
your zip code in there and you're done?
Yes, perfect.
Awesome. Well, this is the favorite part of the show for me. For more information, you can always go to thebalancingact.com. But for right now, this has been a quick bite. Sorry, Brooklyn. But chew slowly. Smoky and good and spicy.
At this time of year, keeping our weight in check, maintaining a healthy lifestyle, and resetting our goals are imperative. Hear from TOPS, which stands for Take Off Pounds Sensibly, is Shannon Lucky. Hi, Shannon.
Hi, Olga. It's so great to be with you. Thanks for having me.
Now, you've been helping millions take off pounds sensibly since 1948, and that really is remarkable. But the key really is a sensible, personalized, evidence-based approach. Would you agree?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You know, one thing we know is the same thing doesn't work for everyone. And that's why TOPS does not have a one-size-fits-all meal plan or exercise plan or diet. What we encourage people to do is to make small, steady changes that they want to keep doing and to just keep trying different things until they find what works for them. And that approach has been proven effective and is doctor recommended. And we see it in our many members who choose to stay in TOPS long after they take their weight off. They're keeping off their weight 5, 10, 20, even 30 years. And they keep coming back to TOPS because they know that healthy lifestyle is so important because it allows them to do more of the things they enjoy with the people they love and at a price that won't break the bank.
And Shannon, I read here that you have chapters in every state in the United States and every province in Canada except one. That's remarkable. So I would think it's really a community-based program.
People and connecting people, that's the heart of TOPS. I mean, when people come, they look forward to being with other members every week. They know they're going to be in supportive company of other people who are really rooting for them because they're all trying to make the same kinds of changes that work for them. And it's that sharing, it's that private weigh-in, it's the informational programs that TOPS provides for chapters to give them information that they can trust to help them on their journey. That is the heart and soul of TOPS. And that's what we mean when we say real people, real weight loss.
Now, you sent us this beautiful portion plate. Talk to me about this, and I think the correct way of holding it is like this.
Yeah, portion sizes are so important, and that is one simple change that people can make. So you want half of your plate to be fruits and vegetables. So on the plate, you can see that half of it has the vegetation on it, and then there's a space for protein and a space for starches. And then that just helps people to keep in check and to know what is a proper serving size.
And Shannon, how are you handling the program in light of COVID-19?
We know that for a variety of reasons that going to an in-person meeting is not going to work for everybody. And that's why we are so excited to be offering a new program to help bring healthy home. It's called TOPS at Home, and it is a 5-week online membership, and it comes with our Healthy and Active Starter Kit that features our portion plate and some of our other most popular tools that we have, and that's all for just $39.99.
That's fantastic. And is that per month, per year? How does that work, dear?
The TOPS at Home program is just a 5-week trial membership, which you can renew if you choose to.
Okay.
Our regular online and in-person memberships are just $32 per year, and $1 of every membership helps support obesity research.
For our viewers who'd like more information, Shannon, where do they go?
TOPS.org, and you can find a meeting near you. You can also learn more about our TOPS at Home program and our online and in-person options.
TOPS.org. I love it. And I love this plate. I'm going to keep it. Is that okay?
Absolutely.
Thanks so much for your time, Shannon, and be safe.
Thank you so much. You as well.
For more information on TOPS, which once again stands for, and I love this, Take Off Pounds Sensibly, you can go to our website, thebalancingact.com.
Thanks so much for joining us today.
Remember to head to our Facebook page and our website and follow us on Twitter.
And so you know what you got to do. Love your family. Stay safe. We'll see you next time.